Yeah, that sucked. Gah! I've been in the business of real estate 20 plus years, and these are 3 dangerous and expensive mistakes that almost all new home buyers make. If you stick around to the end, we'll have a bonus mistake for you, just 'cause. The number 1 mistake that home buyers make is they start shopping before they talk to a lender. Let's say they go on to Remax.com, realtor.com, and they start looking at houses $750,000 to $1 million because those websites say that's how much they can borrow. Well, then what happens when they actually can't borrow that, when they speak with a real live breathing lender and find out that that is above their budget? Every single house they look at from then on, it's going to be depressing, sad, lame, not as cool as the expensive ones they started with. You may often find out that you can't borrow as much as you know you can afford because say you've been paying that much in rent. But then what happens sometimes is you can borrow significantly more than you would ever want to spend. Both of them cause big problems with buyers. So the number 2 biggest mistake that people make is they don't consider their debt to income ratio before they start shopping for a house. Your debt to income ratio is the amount of monthly recurring debt you have, and it's the amount that you can borrow. On average, you can borrow approximately 50% of your total monthly income towards recurring debts. That includes your mortgage. So if you have high monthly payments, cars, credit cards, RVs, house payments, student loans, all of those monthly recurring debts adversely affect the amount you can borrow. The crazy thing that goes with this is you need to talk to a lender or a realtor that knows what they're doing and understands credit before you start killing off these debts. Obviously, if you have a credit card that has a high balance and high interest, you want to kill that off first, but don't terminate that card. Don't cancel it. The longer debts that you have, the better your credit score. There's lots of things that affect that. We know how to help. Don't just pay stuff off and expect it to make your credit score go up. It may actually adversely affect your credit and it may go down. Doesn't make any sense. You paid something off, you should get rewarded. It doesn't always work like that. It's very complicated. Reach out to a lender or a realtor before you start killing off those debts. The number 3 mistake that home buyers make, they fall in love with the house. Never fall in love with the house until you have the keys in your hand. The big reasons for that, number 1, you make emotional decisions instead of logical ones. You also tie your realtor's hands and they can't negotiate as well on your behalf. You will literally accept anything that the seller comes back with. So you won't negotiate inspection items. You won't get things taken care of. You will overlook major problems because you love the house. You gotta be willing to walk away. And it's a big one and it's tough. All right, I promised you a bonus tip and here it is. Shocking, but you should hire a local realtor and lender if at all possible. They know the market, they know the area, they're gonna do a better job than somebody that's not local. Why would I hire someone from Denver to work in Colorado Springs? I wouldn't. You'd hire a local lender versus a national lender because the national lender isn't gonna know the intricacies of how our market works, right? It's different when you're closing in California than it is in Indiana, than it is in Colorado. That local agent is gonna know, or agent and lender are gonna know the timing of that market, the changes and shifts in that market, and everything is gonna work smoother. So tune into our video next week on how do you know if your realtor is screwing you? That's gonna have to change. Is that on video?
Yep.
Awesome. So tune in next week for our upcoming video, how do I know if my realtor is ripping me off?